Hello, I'm Deborah DREVER. I'm your NDP candidate for Calgary-Bow. If you elect me, I will ensure that your voice is heard on the following priorities. Jobs. Reward job creators with a targeted tax credit. We create and keep jobs in Alberta by processing them here instead of shipping them to Texas. We need to stop PC delays in construction of needed schools, hospital, transit, roads, and bridges. Education. We will stop cuts identified in the PC budget. We will invest in our local schools for the 12,000 new kids starting this September. We will invest to reduce class sizes and deal with the growing enrollment in the K-12 system. Family care. We support our seniors. We will stop PC cuts from the seniors program. Jim Prentice is cutting $60 million from the seniors drug plan, making it harder for seniors to pay for their medicine. Childcare. We will move towards a $25 a day cost in quality childcare centers as Alberta's finances permit. And with healthcare, we will invest in hospitals in need of repair. We will invest in frontline care and stop deep cuts in the PC government. We will cut wait times in hospital emergency rooms. In 2013, Alison Redford and the PC government approved the replacement of the Tom Baker Cancer Centre, and Jim Prentice has already put that plan on hold. We will ensure funding is available for those who need it the most. Voting for the NDP is a vote for change, and is a vote for the future because we are not avoiding a crisis, we are in one. We are not preparing for a recession, we are in one. May 5th, vote for me, Deborah DREVER, your NDP candidate for Calgary-Bow. Together we can change Alberta and put the past behind us. Please feel free to visit me at my website, albertandp.ca/Deborah DREVER, or give us a call at my campaign office at 403-465-5888.
Hi, my name is Byron Nelson, and I'm the Progressive Conservative candidate for Calgary-Bow. I'm a lawyer and I have 18 years experience in that field. I own and operate a law firm here in Calgary. I'm a fiscal conservative, I'm a father, and I'm a community volunteer. I'm a fifth-generation Southern Albertan. I live in Calgary-Bow, and I've lived here much of my life. I want to be a strong champion for Calgary-Bow in the provincial government, and I'm ready and willing to roll up my sleeves to advance the interests of the constituents of Calgary-Bow at the provincial level. Please visit my website at byronnelson.pcalberta.com for more information. Thank you.
I'm David Reid, a candidate for the Green Party in Calgary-Bow. As Professor and Head of Biological Sciences at the University of Calgary, I was in charge of a multi-million-dollar budget and 45 years of research in biological research. For 40 years, the PC government has repeated the same mistakes. We need a government with an honest, long-term view. We have three green priorities I'll mention. Firstly, we need a sustainable economy, not a boom and bust one. We need to stabilize revenue by economic diversification, reduce dependence on oil, and Alberta should lead the world on building and selling renewable energy technology. We must tax companies that pollute, have a real carbon tax, and wealthy corporations and wealthy individuals must start paying their fair share of tax. Secondly, environmental protection. Worsening environmental degradation has long-term effects on the economy, health, wildlife, flooding, so on. We must move from a dirty carbon economy to a clean, sustainable one. Thirdly, social fairness. We need to reduce ER wait times, have a free ambulance service, and get a new cancer centre. We desperately need stable funding for healthcare and all levels of education. We must have affordable housing for the elderly and a guaranteed annual income. Finally, we need electoral reform. The present system is undemocratic and unfair, so let's vote with proportional representation. It works in 80 countries. Very final thing is, if you vote green, you're voting for your children and your grandchildren. Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Beth BARBERREE, and I'm the Alberta Party candidate for the riding of Calgary Hawkwood, serving the communities of Arbor Lake, Citadel, Ranchlands, Hawkwood, and Silver Springs. My background is in adjunct healthcare. I'm a successful massage therapist, entrepreneur, and small business owner. I've built my clinic now to staff 5 other massage therapists. During that time, I completed a degree in psychology through the University of Calgary, and am currently completing a master's degree in leadership studies through Royal Roads University. I got involved because I care. I care about people. I've spent the last several years hearing their concerns and witnessing the erosion of education and healthcare systems in this province. My parents are approaching an age now where they'll need those vital services. I'm not convinced that currently they'll be available for them. I'm passionate about the sustainability of healthcare. With over 10 years of volunteer experience in both provincial and national boards of directors within the massage therapy profession, I'm eager now to bring my experience into provincial politics. I'm passionate about sustainability of healthcare. The sustainability is key, and we need to ensure that our funding sources are supported by diversifying the economy. We need to ensure appropriate delivery of transitional care for our aging population. And we need to engage those frontline workers to help us develop innovative solutions to combat current inefficiencies in healthcare spending. I got involved and took action to give Albertans a better way. You can take action by voting for me, Beth BARBERREE, in Calgary Hawkwood on May 5th. www.albertaparty.ca. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Polly Knowlton COCKETT, and I'm running for the Green Party of Alberta in the Calgary Hawkwood riding. How amazing that I'm recording this on Earth Day. How appropriate. Happy Earth Day. The Green parties worldwide are founded on a set of principles, and the Green Party of Alberta features 6 of those principles, such as ecological wisdom, sustainability, and social justice. What could be more important to our province here in Alberta? My favorite is ecological wisdom, because I believe that is important to absolutely everything we do, whether it's health, education, welfare, or the economy. Ecological thinking implies that we are looking to understand how one thing affects another and how everything is integrated. There are a lot of smart people in the Green Party with a vast array of experiences that would all serve this province and any riding with great integrity and accountability and transparency. It's time to change the way we do things in Alberta. We need to think about all of the details. I've been door knocking in Calgary Hawkwood and delivering leaflets. There's so many really nice things in Calgary Hawkwood: the parks, the river, the shopping centers, which are easily accessible to the residents. Education, a wonderful new high school, leading edge in terms of integrating curriculum and thinking about things ecologically. And I don't mean just biologically, ecologically, I mean how things interact with each other. My background is as a geologist, as a teacher in the Calgary schools, and I know all of these things are important to you. Check out my website at polyforhawkwood.ca, and I'd be happy to meet with you. Thanks.
My name is Jason Luan, PC candidate of Calgary Hawkwood. I'm honored to have served with you as MA of Calgary Hawkwood for the last 3 years, and proud to have made a difference in many ways in our community. Whether it was rebuilding our outdated school playgrounds, or renovating community halls, or fixing the community swimming pool on an ice rink, or supporting many of the grassroots community-led recreational arts and sports activities. I've been there with you and supported over 40 community building projects in such a way. I am very proud through all those initiatives, we brought in close to 1 million government matching grant to support your initiative. Another project I'm very proud of is called Calgary Aging in Place initiative in Calgary Hawkwood. This is a program that we want to help services to bring to the community level so that seniors can stay and support and live in the system that is their natural support system. Last year, the Aging in Place initiative held in Calgary Hawkwood attracted 800 people with 36 agencies that showcase their services for seniors. Thanks to your overwhelming support and positive feedback, we know you want more. We're planning to do it again this year on October 3rd during the National Seniors Week. This is some of the examples of how I work with you to make tangible and specific differences in our community. I'm very proud of what we have achieved together and look forward to doing more if I get re-elected. On May 5th, I need to count on your support. Vote for Jason Luan, PC candidate of Calgary Hawkwood. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Kyle Fawcett, the Progressive Conservative candidate in the constituency of Calgary Klein and the current MLA of the riding. I'm here to ask for your vote and to ask you to choose Alberta's future, a future that's full of hope and prosperity for all Albertans. But we do have some very difficult decisions to make. With the collapse of oil prices, we have seen government revenue drop by $7 billion, creating a hole in our budget. The Apprentice Plan has a plan to get us back into a balanced budget position in 3 years, and by diversifying our revenue sources and controlling spending and diverting money from management and from bureaucracy into frontline services such as healthcare and education. We need to make sure that those core services, healthcare and education, remain strong for current generations and for future generations, so that we're taking care of people when they need the healthcare system, when they get sick, and for our seniors who need to live a life of dignity in their retirement years. We're asking for your support for this plan. We need to make sure that we create the jobs required to keep Alberta strong, and we need to make sure that Albertans have those core frontline services delivered in a way that's responsible and fiscally manageable through this economic downturn. We will ensure that we will balance the budget in 3 years, and that we will begin only using half of the non-renewable resource revenue that we have available and moving the other half into the Alberta Heritage Trust Fund and for capital project purposes. We've experienced a lot of growth in this province, and we need to keep on building to ensure that we can accommodate that growth. On May 5th, I'm asking for your vote, asking you to choose Alberta's future before voting for myself and Premier Prentice. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is NOEL, the Green Party candidate for the riding of Calgary Klein. 3 issues define my candidacy: economic diversification that deals with the challenge of climate change, fair and sufficient taxation, an electoral system that allows the voice of all Albertans to be heard in the legislature in Edmonton. First, economic diversification. We need to get off of the roller coaster of oil and gas dependence. Coal emits more greenhouse gases than any other fuel and is dangerous to our health. Oil sands emissions have been rising rapidly. We would phase out coal-fired electricity generation by 2030 and put a moratorium on further oil sands development. The good news is that southern Alberta is the windiest and sunniest place in all of Canada. We believe that renewable energy is the future of our economy. Tax is not a 4-letter word. We believe that wealthy Albertans and corporations need to pay a little bit more. Our oil and gas royalty rates are among the lowest in the world. We need to do better. We believe we have a revenue problem, not a spending problem. We need a progressive, fair, sufficient and sustainable system of taxation. Electoral reform. For 44 years, the PCs have received between 45% and 65% of the votes in elections, yet get between 70% and 95% of the seats. That's clearly not a fair system. It means that the majority of Albertans are left without a voice in the legislature. It means that bad decisions, are made too often. The Green Party supports a system of proportional representation where the number of seats that you receive in the legislature is equivalent to the number of votes that you receive in the ballot box. I would be proud to serve the people of Calgary Klein in charting a sustainable future for Alberta in this time of transition. We need new ideas. We need new energy. We need a new beginning. This time around, give Greens a chance.
Hello, I'm Neil Brown, and I'm your Progressive Conservative candidate in the constituency of Calgary, Makay, Nose Hill. It's been my honor to represent the communities of Huntington Hills, Beddington, Evanston, Sandstone, McEwen, and Sage Meadows in the Alberta legislature. I was born and raised here in Calgary. My dad was a World War II veteran and a pipe fitter who worked hard to put me through university. I graduated with a PhD in biology and a Bachelor of Laws. Before being elected to the legislature, I taught university biology and later practiced law for over 20 years here in Calgary. In my spare time, I love being in the Alberta outdoors and fishing in our mountain streams. I've traveled extensively, which has given me a better appreciation of other cultures and languages. But most of all, I enjoy working on behalf of my constituents. I asked for the privilege of representing the people of Calgary, Makay, Nose Hill for the next 4 years. If re-elected, I'll continue to work to ensure that Albertans have the same high-quality health care that they have, education and senior services, while maintaining the low taxes that have produced our vibrant economy. In the forthcoming election, I ask for your support. For more information or to volunteer, please call 403-475-8901. That's 403-475-8901. On May 5th, choose Alberta's future. Vote Neil Brown and the Jim Prentice team. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.
Hi, I'm Kathy MacDonald, the candidate for the WILDROSE Party in the constituency of Calgary, Makay, Nose Hill. This includes the communities of Beddington, Evanston, Sandstone, McEwen, and Huntington Hills. I grew up in Northwest Calgary, and I went to St. Francis High School. And as a police officer, I worked many years in these communities. When I'm outdoor knocking, which I'm doing quite often these days, many people will ask me, so why are you running for WILDROSE? And I always say the same thing. I say that I believe Albertans deserve better government. Albertans deserve a healthcare system that actually works. Albertans deserve a government that is accountable, transparent, fiscally responsible, and is not going to leave the province in debt to the tune of $30 billion by 2019. WILDROSE has 5 key priorities, which I firmly support, and they include accountability and democracy, fiscal responsibility, building a world-class educational system, building a patient-centered healthcare system, and standing up for the rural communities. Albertans deserve better government. They really do. So I'm asking that you will stand up with me for all Albertans on May 5th and vote for WILDROSE. Vote for Kathy MacDonald in Calgary, Makay, Nose Hill. And if you need more information, please visit wildrose.ca or kathymacdonald.ca. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Karen McPherson, and I'm the Alberta NDP candidate for Makay, Nose Hill. I was born and raised in Alberta and have lived in Calgary for 20 years. I've also lived and worked in the UK and the US during my career as a business analyst, and I believe Alberta is one of the best places to raise a family and build a future. I decided to run in this election because I saw the problems with the current government, and I want to contribute to important changes that need to happen in Alberta. We're facing difficult circumstances in healthcare, education, and other services brought on by the mismanagement of Alberta's economy and resources. Health services are already limited, as we've seen with long emergency room wait times, cancelled and delayed surgeries, and ambulance red alerts in Calgary and Edmonton. Continually reorganizing health boards is not making healthcare more accessible to us. Alberta schools, which already faced budget shortfalls, will be asked to educate 12,000 more students in the next school year without additional teachers or classrooms. The Prentice government's proposed solution to the revenue shortfall is to ask low and middle income earners to contribute more through increased taxes and fees, and that's not fair. Under Rachel Notley, the NDP will respond to what Albertans have told the government they want to see: higher corporate taxes for large companies. Companies with profits of more than $500,000 a year, currently pay the lowest corporate tax rate in Canada at 10%. The NDP would modestly raise this rate by 12% to generate revenue to support the healthcare and education needs of Albertans. We will initiate a royalty review and reward companies that add value to oil rather than shipping it out of the province for refining. The PCs have had 44 years to address the needs of Albertans, and over time they have moved further and further away from connecting with what people want and need. It's time for a positive change to create a brighter, hopeful future for Alberta. Please vote for me on May the 5th.
Hello, I'm Mark Chikinda, the new Democratic Party candidate in Calgary Mountain View. Friends, as a dean at Mount Royal University, I've been made personal witness to the effects of the cuts of the Prentice government on post-secondary education. I've seen the programs deleted, suspended, and disappeared altogether, to the point that when your son or daughter or even grandchild go to access post-secondary education, they will find far fewer choices available to them. And what about the K-12 system? There too, the Prentice government has said more cuts are necessary. It's as if putting 40 students in one classroom, even in elementary school with one teacher, is seen to be a great gift to education. It is not. And then there's healthcare. The Prentice government early on said rebuilding the Kananaskis golf course was a priority, using your taxpayer money, but will not fund at the Foothills Hospital a one-stop comprehensive cancer treatment center. It's as if the government says golf balls are more important than people suffering from cancer. That is so wrong. Rachel Notley and the New Democrats have a different idea, a different plan, an idea that says government should serve the people, not the other way around. This time round, you have a critical moment ahead of you. The pundits, the pollsters all say the New Democrats are very close to forming a government. I ask you not to waste your vote. Don't split your vote. Don't vote for a party that has no chance not only of not forming a government, but not even to be in opposition. I'm asking all of you resident in Calgary Mountain View, therefore, to vote strategically. Vote for Mark Andrew Chikinda, New Democrat. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Teresa Wu-Paul, your PC candidate for Calgary Northern Hills. North Calgary have been my home and where my family lived for over 40 years. As a social worker, a community leader, a mother and grandmother, I know that education, health, and strong community is very important for the future social well-being of Albertans, young and old. In my past 2 terms, I ensured 5 school buildings and renovations finished, but that's not enough. I have been working very hard with the community, health, and social service sector to bring in a multi-purpose health and community service center to North Calgary residents. The center will also provide much needed community space and gathering space for seniors and the community. My commitment to you is to continue to work hard for you and as your voice. If you live in the communities of Country Hills Village, Coventry Hills, Harvest Hills, Hanson Ranch, Hidden Creek, and Panorama Hills, on May the 5th, please vote Teresa Wu-Paul for Calgary Northern Hills. I want to be your MLA.
Hello, my name is Jeff Callaway, and I'm running for the WILDROSE in Calgary Northwest. A little bit about myself. My family homesteaded northwest of Calgary. I went to the University of Calgary and I did an international relations degree. Since 1999, I've worked in the wealth management industry and I'm currently a senior investment advisor. I've always been involved in politics, mostly at the federal level earlier, but since 2008, I've actually been involved in the provincial side. When I became concerned about some of the economic policies that this current government, being a big spending one, were laying on the future generations of our province. In 2008, the WILDROSE was just a small party, and I worked with many others to multiply the size of that party as our message resonated with Albertans for low taxes, responsible government, and efficient management. Since that time, I was the VP of fundraising for most of the intervening years, and last year I became president again when I stood up against the backroom deal between Jim Prentice and Danielle Smith, which took away the voters' wishes in 2012. We rebuilt the party, got our candidates in place, prepared for an election, and brought a new fantastic leader in Brian Jean. I'm now running in Calgary Northwest because I believe and I know we are the only party that will stand up against big spending in this province. We're the only party that will stand against the 59 tax increases that are being proposed. We're the only party that is going to put the proper resources towards frontline resources in schools, in education, and the proper funding in our classrooms for teachers and the aids that our special needs students need. Please contact me at 403-474-5550 or check out my website at www.jeffcallaway.ca. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Stephanie McLean, and I'm your NDP candidate for Calgary Varsity in the upcoming provincial election. My husband and I have made Varsity our home, so I'm taking this opportunity to introduce myself to my neighbors and let them know why Rachel Notley and I are the best choice for Albertans and for Calgary Varsity. Albertans are strong and hopeful people, and the residents of Calgary Varsity share the same interests and priorities as the NDP, protecting our public healthcare system, our education system, and advocating for our seniors. My friends, the institutions of Calgary Varsity are in trouble due to 44 years of PC cuts to our education, healthcare, and due to disregard for Alberta seniors who built this province. PC priorities are not your priorities, and they're not mine. We deserve a change. Rachel Notley and I are that change. We will create jobs. We will upgrade our resources at home and provide incentives for hiring. We will decrease class sizes and ensure that our children have the proper nutrition and supports at school. And we will advocate for our seniors for their pensions that they worked hard for. I have been talking to folks in Varsity for the last 4 months, and they are telling me for the first time in their lives, they will be voting for Rachel Notley and Alberta's NDP because they know that they can trust us, that we are strong leadership for Alberta's future. My friends, this is an exciting time and a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Be part of the change and vote NDP on May 5th.